Okay.
It's the Guns and Radio podcast.
Woo! Episode number 230. 230. Not 213. 230. Yeah, man.
And 30.
God
Wow,
damn.
we got a great show for you tonight.
Yeah, we got some the return of the great Caputo's court.
That's
It's
right.
gonna happen tonight. We got some rock and roll news we're going through, and we're doing the inverse of what we did last week. So last week, when we had Jeff on here, we were giving our worst or least favorite GNR songs from
each album.
From each album. Sorry, I was trying to words and stuff. So now we're going with our best from each album.
Yeah, our favorite GNR songs. And this one was admittedly harder to write.
Oh, wait. This is way harder. Because I wrote in my initial, I was like, okay, first thing that comes to your head, boom, just write it down, whatever. And now half of them I'm second guessing.
There's only one I'm second guessing, but I'm sticking to my guns for the sake of this video. So
yeah.
Maybe the Chai Dem songs was also very hard for me to choose from.
Yeah, now that one's getting really tough for me now because I'm there's at least 3 other ones that are friggin' amazing. I'm shit.
It's hard when you got a band that has so many good songs.
Yeah.
To pick a favorite. And you know what? We might come back to this bit in 5 years from now, and my list might be completely different. Oh,
yeah. I think it definitely would be.
And we are taping a little bit in advance. We're taping a whole lot in advance. We usually tape these the day before they air. This time we're taping a week before it airs. So if there's some big news story or something that has happened this week and you're like, why the hell would they not talk about that? It's because we're preempted this week in a way.
Yeah. So shit is in the way this week. So
it be like that. Sometimes it be like that.
It do be like that. But we'll probably address it on Threads. So go follow us on Threads at Guns and Radio Pod. Let's boost those followers up.
You see, Chris, some people say it don't be that way. But that's the way that it do be, I say. Because, it be that way sometimes.
They be lying. They a lie.
I guess what I'm trying to say is sometimes it be like that.
It do be.
I think I could do an hour of just that.
Oh. What are we trying to Abbott and Costello this shit? Who's on first? Who? No, I said who was. What's on third?
I remember that.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, man. It's funny how Abbott and Costello's made a comeback since social media and the short form comedy is becoming kind of a thing with TikTok and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that just shows you, when you're funny and you're timeless, you never know when you're going to have a resurgence of sorts.
Exactly. It could happen 50 years after you're dead, but it's all good.
Yeah. How long have those guys been dead?
Oh, fuck. Too long, probably.
Turns out they're not dead at all. They'd be like 112. Let's see. I don't know. I don't even know who's who. Yeah. Abbott's the tall, skinny one, right?
I think.
He's the straight-laced guy to the funny guy, right?
I guess he's like the teller to the pen.
Yeah. Either way, that duo, that type of duo, the Odd Couple pairing is a classic.
Oh, always.
You got Jay and Silent Bob. You got Abbott and Costello. Norm and Cliff. Cheech and Chong. Chris and Dustin.
Yeah, we're in there. Fuck it, we're throwing ourselves in there. We're all famous at this point. Don't throw anyone in any Hall of Fame. It doesn't fucking matter anymore.
Oh, fuck yeah. We're already award-winning podcasters.
Yeah, that's true.
That's right. We ranked Podcast Magazine. Now, it's not like we got our audience to blow the fuck up out of this magazine until they put us on the list. No. And even if we had the audience to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And that's all because of you guys. So you made us an award-winning podcaster. Now you get to listen to us brag about it till the end of time. So I think that would be called making a golem. We'll have to ask the rabbi later on in the show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe spoiling something I shouldn't have said there.
Yeah, or another time. We'll see.
Yeah. Anyway, what should we do first? Do you want to do Caputo's court first? Do you want to talk about our rock and roll news, or do you want to talk about our favorite GNR song?
Let's get into the news first. Let's crank the news out of the way.
All right, let's do rock and roll headline news. Well, I guess our first major story in our news cycle, which is 1 day since the last time we had a news cycle.
Yeah.
I feel like the Ozzy thing is the biggest news. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, so Ozzy is officially now pulled out of performing at Power Trip Festival, which is unfortunate, but like a lot of us, I think, kind of saw this coming. It was too good to
Yeah,
be true in a way. So it does kind of suck, but
I couldn't afford tickets to that anyway, so fuck
yeah,
it.
I was not paying $600 to go to a desert in California and watch, 5 out of the 6 bands I really would want to see. I'm like, sorry, Tool, I'm just not a Tool fan. So
I love to see the elite getting screwed like we've always gotten screwed.
fuck yeah. So yeah, so basically, to put it lack of a better term, he pulled out because of health reasons.
Yeah.
His original plan was to return to the stage in the summer of 2024. When the offer to do this show came in, I optimistically moved forward.
Well, I guess
Then,
we should say Ozzy released a statement about it that Chris is reading right now.
yeah, he wrote this. Yeah, so this is from the words of Ozzy Osbourne and
Okay.
also his PR team, probably. So his body was basically telling him he's not ready yet. I'm too proud to have the first show that I do in nearly 5 years be half-assed. This coming from a guy though who wasn't he before this like pissing and shitting himself on stage?
That's what they say. I don't know how true
Allegedly,
that
I
is.
don't know. Yeah. Um, so there is a band that's replacing him at Power Trip. They're going to be announced shortly, is what he said. They're personal friends of mine. I can promise that you will not be disappointed. So put your predictions in the comments below. Who's replacing Ozzy?
Well, by the time this airs, I'm sure they will have announced it.
Yeah, let me guess. Zach Wild.
You think it's Zach Wild? Oh, you think it's like BLS,
Pantera.
like a Pantera reunion, or
It's going to be Pantera with Zach Wild and Troy Benante over there. Probably.
oh,
That's
oh.
that's the next big name in like rock and metal that could actually sell tickets right now.
Who else from Ozzy's old band? Fuck, Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath is still
No,
alive.
Black Sabbath, they're done. They played their last shows years ago, so no way that Iommi or Geezer or any of those guys are going to come out of retirement for this.
I don't know. They might. With a lineup like that, Black Sabbath would look better on it than
Yeah,
uh
but Black Sabbath with who? Ozzy's not going to be there. What are they going to get a hologram of Dio?
no, they'll get a Dio impersonator.
What's the point of that? That's just don't make a mockery out of Dio. Dio's a legend.
Well, they could get somebody like the dude from Disturbed or something. I don't know.
Why not you get
Actually, that might
Disturbed?
be interesting. Yeah.
Well, yeah, why don't you get Disturbed? Get some band. But if there are personal friends of Ozzy, then it's like okay,
Yeah.
we'll
Well,
see.
there's still plenty of bands. I mean, you still have got Guns N' Roses,
Iron,
ACDC,
Iron Maiden,
Tool,
Tool,
Metallica.
Metallica.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot Metallica was the other one.
But I mean, hell, I mean, you got that old singer of ACDC singing with his new band. I mean, that's
Yeah, we
pretty.
don't even know though. Like, nothing's been confirmed or like denied about that. Like, literally, it's just announced, and AC/DC hasn't said shit about it since. Which, in typical AC/DC fashion, that's what they do.
Yeah. But that kid that used to sing for him and his new band, they're going to be somebody someday.
Yeah.
I believe. So that'll be something to watch.
Yeah.
I would go to this festival if it wasn't obviously just a cash grab for the elite.
Yeah. If it wasn't
But
just like some cash grab, like heavy metal Coachella with
yeah,
only 6 artists, like give me some more fucking variety, man. Like, you get that you want to have your headliners like that, but like make it like the rock and roll Coachella. Let's get like all these other bands and shit. Have different stages with different, get like get your fucking like thrash metal stage with like all these other bands.
I don't
Do
know. You
something
can
like
go
that. That would be
overboard.
cool.
You can go overboard though.
Yeah, I get that, but it's like to me, it's just like they're trying to like piggy bank off of like um other like big sort of like these big rock festivals that have been coming up the last couple of years, like especially
Yeah.
like the When We Were Young festival, where it's like pretty much like the pop punk emo fucking lovers paradise
Yeah, of the
nowadays.
early 2000s.
Yeah, which is like the lineups for like this year's insane. Last year's was fucking crazy too for that one.
I just want to see MCR, man. I don't think that's too much to ask.
Yeah,
I want MCR to come to either St. Louis, Kansas City, better yet, Columbia.
I was supposed to see them in Toronto, and then well, the girl I was dating at the time was gonna go there, and then I said fuck that. Then the shit
Women's
happened. So yeah,
Woman's man. Woman's
yeah,
be messing things up.
eh. And I'm like, they didn't even release new music. It's like, oh, we're just gonna reunite and like gouge you for your money and tickets and shit.
Let
I'm
me
not
tell you
releasing
something.
anything.
I had Backstreet Boys tickets. I bought them for me and my girlfriend at the time. We dated for a year. We moved in together. We survived the pandemic. And we broke up before the concert ever happened.
God damn it.
It happened about a year after we broke up.
Shit.
And we dated for a year, lived together for a year, and had been broke up for about a year. And then the concert happened.
Fuck.
So, yeah, I feel that pain. I feel that pain. But I do hope Ozzy's okay, man. I mean, I
I
get
do
that
too, man. Because, he definitely deserves to sort of go out on his own. I think
Yeah.
every artist in their own mind, should be able to say, this is my last tour. I want to do it my way, uh, you know, my way or the highway. Kind of even like, we talked about Elton John last week, finishing up his final world tour. So, like, we hope Ozzy is able to do something like that.
Wasn't
Not on a world
Ozzy
scale.
wasn't he on his farewell tour when COVID happened?
He's had at least 2 or 3 farewell tours. Didn't he have like a farewell tour in the 90s?
I don't know.
I swear this article mentions he had a farewell tour. Yeah, his first retirement tour was in 92.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he was trying to retire way before Kiss was. Or around the same time. Wasn't Kiss in 91? They had that was like their first one too. Their first sort of
was it 91? I thought it was later in the 90s, like 95. No, it couldn't have been.
Well, no,
Psycho
because
Circus came out in
96 was the OG reunion. They did. Oh, it was probably 2000. That's what I'm thinking.
I think it was 2000. Yeah.
Yeah, 2000, 2001.
Like the late 90s is when Psycho Circus came out, and that featured the
original
allegedly the original four.
One song was them, and then the rest was just like the lackeys that are in now.
Yeah.
I mean, no offense to Tommy and Eric, but it's just like, hey, I hope you're getting paid well to be Gene and Paul's bitches. So
I think they're better than Ace and Peter.
Oh yeah, they're great musicians. I'm not discrediting them, but it's just like
I'd take that
doing
gig.
that. Sure, okay.
I'd take that gig playing Ace and Peter.
Yeah.
Nobody knows it's not Ace and Peter.
Well, I mean, the hardcores will know. The general audience doesn't really give a shit.
No, it's like Richard Fortus and Izzy Stradlin. Most people think that's Izzy.
Yeah, put on your Izzy makeup, Fortus. Let's go.
Oh man, and he kind of does look a little bit like Izzy, though.
A little bit. Like if he starts sporting dreads one day, then I'm like, okay, I think that is fucking Izzy. Wait, white guy with dreads. Wait, this isn't a new metal band.
I do respect Fortus for the I don't know where Izzy is.
Yeah.
T-shirt.
Yeah, I remember that. I was gonna buy that, and then it sold out like hotcakes. Like fuck. That was good shit.
So moving on with rock and roll news, Mark Ronson reveals Guns N' Roses guitarist Slash is on Ryan Gosling's Barbie song, "I'm Just a Ken."
Ooh, yeah. So Slash is on the Barbie soundtrack.
Do we have that? Is that available yet, or has that come out yet?
I think it's so. By the time this airs, it probably will be out because the movie does come out July 21st. But if you're wondering which of the two I'll be watching opening weekend, sorry, I already got tickets to Oppenheimer and IMAX. So Oppenheimer.
Oh, actually, I found it.
There is a clip I know that's there. So Slash does like a solo, I think, on the song.
Let's this happen.
Oh,
Hang on, I'm in the process of downloading it.
all right, sweet.
So when are you going to see the Barbie movie, Chris?
No, I'm actually going to see Oppenheimer instead. So
What's Oppenheimer?
that's the Christopher Nolan movie that's coming out the same weekend as Barbie. So there's like a big like meme thing in war happening. It's like, oh, Team Barbie or Team Oppenheimer.
Yeah, there's no way I would go see this fucking movie.
No,
Honestly, I'm really sad that me and my girlfriend broke up. The one that the latest one.
yeah,
But she had kids, and two of them were girls. And I have a feeling that had we stayed together, I'd have been made to see this shitty movie.
yeah. Instead of Oppenheimer watching the invention of the fucking atomic bomb.
I don't know. That sounds boring too. I don't know.
It's a Chris Nolan movie, man. It'll be interesting. So,
Got to see you invent something. Come on.
I mean, listen, it's probably going to be better than like Dunkirk or Inception. Actually, Dunkirk wasn't too bad. I remember catching that on TV years after.
Is that Nicolas Cage Dracula movie out yet?
That's been out. I think it's probably like out on digital now. You probably rent that shit on like Amazon.
I just want to stream it for free on whatever streaming service I'm already paying for.
It'll be on one of those. Who knows?
What was the name of that?
Oh fuck, I don't even remember. Wasn't
Yeah, I'm gonna
well,
have to.
it's not Dracula Untold. I was gonna. No, that's
No, it's not
different.
Dracula Untold. Nicolas Cage's Dracula though was a good call. That was
fucking Nick Cage. You know he was almost Superman once.
I know, right? Can you imagine
That would have been interesting.
what the fuck would have happened there?
Dude, yeah, they
Okay,
actually got him in the suit and everything.
here's what we're gonna do. This download is taking way too long for me to actually wait on, and I've closed it 3 or 4 times. No, fuck it, you're canceled. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to my professional radio background here,
All right.
and I'm gonna just play it off of. I'm gonna Google just Ken, and we're gonna watch this clip or listen to it.
I just don't know who I am without you.
You're Ken.
But it's Barbie and Ken.
You know what Ken, this guy playing Ken, looks like?
It's Ryan Gosling.
It looks like Machine Gun Kelly's Tommy Lee off of The Dirt.
Dirt? Really?
Man, I have so lost interest in this. We're gonna have to watch it now. It's a shitty music video when it comes out.
Oh fuck yeah.
Where's Slash?
Well, Slash does guitar, I think. There's a solo.
All right, here we go.
There's Slash.
Oh man, if you guys could only see what I'm seeing. I'll see you in hell. All right.
Yeah, you can find that clip somewhere on Twitter.
There's one clip though I don't think I'm going to be able to find, and that's another Slash song that's been kind of announced, not really, but let me find it here. So Demi Lovato is re-releasing her song "Sorry Not Sorry" as a rock version that's coming out at the time we're recording this Friday. So it's already came out by the time you guys have heard it. But for us at this time of the recording, it hasn't come out yet. And we're going to be looking at both of those, I'm sure, in the near future. Now, do these warrant? I don't think these warrant going on the wheel, because I don't think if we put every song featuring Slash.
No, we saved those mostly just for Shotcast. We'll probably do like another.
When we do a song featuring Slash on Shotcast, I want everybody to know our rules. We are not obligated to do that.
Yeah.
Because they don't really fit into our repertoire.
Mm-hmm. Like we're mostly focusing on like, yeah, it is like Slash going on his own, doing something as a solo sort of artist, but it's like we don't have to. Like, we ended Summer Slash off with him being featured on a Daughtry track, but that's because the track fucking rules. And also, we
Yeah,
wanted to end it off with some sort of a bang instead of just more of just like, bootlegs of blues ball concerts.
exactly. And we did cover the blues ball. I
Yeah.
don't know if we finished them all off or not, or if you even really would count. Uh,
Yeah, we did a lot
let's
of
just.
those blues covers and stuff like that. So,
Hmm.
if we have nothing else, we'll review it, whatever, or we would just save it, as a segment on like the main show.
If we absolutely want to do it,
Yeah.
let's put it
If
that way.
there's overwhelming demand, if you guys say, yeah, we want to hear your thoughts on this, like people send us this stuff. Like, yo, like I know that Slash on the Barbie soundtrack. Gotta give a shout out to Frost for shooting it on the Discord because I didn't know about it until he shot us this thing like an hour ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Bailey sent me these two tracks earlier today. So shout out to Bailey, by the way, for giving us what little bit of news we're going to be able to cover. I do kind of want to hear the Demi Lovato one, though. I'm not going to lie.
That'd
I
be
mean,
interesting. Yeah.
I am interested. Yeah.
Hmm.
So thank you, Bailey, for telling us about those.
And hey, if you want to send us shit that you want us to take a look at or talk about on the show or review, whatever, shoot it on the Discord, shoot it on all our links, social media, gunsradio.com. You can find all the links there.
That's right. Well, here we are. It has come to that portion of the show where it is time for some people to get their justice. Justice is going to prevail today.
They're just desserts in a way.
Yeah, they're just desserts. Justice desserts. The
Karmic
sweet
justice is
of
about to be served.
justice. Yeah. And of course, there's only one way to serve justice on this show. For those of you who've been with us for quite some time, you already know the only way that justice can be served on this show is this. All rise for the honorary judge, Christopher Caputo. And of course, as always, we're going to be reading some Reddit threads from the Reddit Am I the Asshole thread. And Judge Caputo is going to talk. Judge Caputo is going to hear it and decide if the person in question is in fact an asshole. Now, I've heard your criticisms, people, on this show. They think that I play devil's advocate too much. Like, I'm not a good mutual person here because I seem to lean toward the asshole behavior and endorse it sometimes. Even is what people have said to me, Chris. Now, I don't think that's very fair. Okay, I think if anybody's moral compass is pointed toward heaven, it's mine. All right, but there are people out there that disagree, and I as offended as I am, I'm gonna be the bigger man to our audience here, and I'm gonna bring somebody in. As you know, I've been trying to be a good Catholic lately, so I'm bringing in our rabbi here. Oh, here he is. Here he is. Now this is the rabbi.
Hi.
How's it going, Rabbi?
Can't complain.
So Rabbi is here to try to correct the moral compass that I apparently throw way the fuck off in influencing Judge Caputo here as we read these. I hate to say scumbags because it's like you ever watch America's Most Wanted? How it like starts out with all us suspects are innocent until proven guilty, and then John Walsh will come on. This piece of shit has killed somebody, and he's hiding. We think this scumbag piece of shit is hiding somewhere in Alabama. You know what I'm saying?
They need to get the Forensic Files guy to overdub for him, maybe. Put everybody to sleep.
If you've never seen somebody, on Cops, Jerry Springer, or America's Most Wanted, you're probably not from the South. I'm just going to say that.
5 minutes to Wapner. 5 minutes to Wapner. Wapner in 5 minutes. I'm not here for your entertainment. Stop laughing. Do you guys not know which one's the judge? I mean, why do you have the gavel?
Because I bought a gavel.
Oh. Chris, get a job.
Oh, he owns his own
I
company.
do. It doesn't pay well.
Okay.
He owns a tech company that's trying to compete with Apple.
Oh, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's that bubble? You getting into crypto? Got some NFTs going?
Yeah.
We tried.
I could try, but I'm too honest. That's the problem. I feel bad.
Am I the asshole for ruining the birth of their child for a couple I know? So our person that's being brought into Caputo's court is a 24-year-old female. She says, I was unfortunate enough to witness my brother's birth when I was 6, front row and all. So he was like right up in there, you know. I was the first person to carry him in the hospital room. To be honest, I don't remember anything except how horrific that memory is. My parents have apologized, and we've made peace with it. They thought it would be cute for me to see my brother first. It wasn't. And they said sorry, and we moved on. The rest of my family, though, hasn't moved on. They still think that it's absolutely bonkers that I don't think it's a magical moment. Fast forward to now. I'm visiting my aunts and uncles during one of their reunions, and a couple that's friends with one of them are talking about how excited they are about the birth of their child. I say nothing. They keep talking until I heard how they were also planning on having their first kid in the delivery room with the mom to have an experience like I have had. My aunt goes pale, and before she could deflect, I said, if what you want is to traumatize your kid for life, then be my guest. The couple is silent, and my aunt quickly shifts the topic about birth and baby things. My uncle asked me to go eat somewhere over there. I understand when I'm being dismissed, so I ate some more food and then I left for the night. After that, my extended family is blowing up my phone about how I ruined the birth of the child for the couple and how they are now feeling like shit and bad parents. I think I saved another poor kid's eyes, but also it wasn't my place since I don't know them at all. So, am I the asshole?
I would say beforehand, the parents and the child need to watch the movie It's Alive. It's about a baby that as soon as it comes out of its mother's womb, it starts killing people, including the doctors.
Is this one of those
like
parody?
No, it's they made 3 movies. It should have starred Chuck Norris. How low budget it was.
Well, Judge, I will say that this is one of the shorter ones because she posted this. It looks like not even, let's see.
Was it midget short?
Might as well have been. She posted it 26 minutes ago.
Could you imagine midgets giving birth? How horrific would that be?
Judge Caputo, can I please have your verdict on this?
Yeah, you know what? Not her place. I'm going to say, ring the gavel. She is the asshole.
Oh! All right. So you are the asshole. You've been found guilty in Caputo's court. I would like to recommend a sentence. I think she should also be present for the birth of this child.
Front row seat.
All right. There you go.
And after the baby's born, shove her back into the mother so she can cook a little longer.
You don't want that kid coming out fucked up.
Fetus around these streets.
No, not the kid. I'm talking about the older one.
You need a couple more months. Oh.
There's some feet in there. Nice jam.
Those Walmart rotisserie chickens. You want to know where those come from?
Oh, same place McDonald's gets their chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
All right, here's one that's a little less heavy. Am I the asshole for giving my mom a hard time about not calling the cops when my drug-addicted brother breaks in? He's been using drugs for a few years now. Whenever he is allowed in the house for whatever excuse, he usually steals something of value to pay for his habit. He's taken thousands of dollars worth of stuff. Last night he broke in claiming that he was hungry, even though he has always had other ways of getting food. And a whole sack of paper bowls are missing, along with half of a mega-sized box of cereal and the rest of the almond milk. I know he technically didn't steal anything this time, but I told her that she was a pushover for not calling the cops after he pushed in our AC through the window and climbed in. So she got upset that I even brought it up after she lied about it the first time that I asked. Am I the asshole for giving her a hard time, or should I call the cops myself the next time it happens? This is the only update that it's had, and this came an hour ago. The OP has offered the following explanation to why they think they might be the asshole. I feel like an asshole because tomorrow's her birthday, and she got upset when I brought it up, and she left the house. I don't know if that tells us anything new, really.
She just needs to go in there mafia-like. You know, that's it. The next time the brother tries to break in there, just go and say, hey, this is Tony. There's this guy. He's trying to break into the. Just do it so under the radar, and don't ever bring it up that you ever did it. After he's arrested and all that stuff, just be like, "Oh, my brother, I took care of it. It's not a problem anymore."
You could do the Home Alone thing with the movie and the firecrackers. Keep the change, you filthy animal.
No, I mean have him arrested, but just be like, I don't know what happened.
Now I've talked about in my family, I have a crackhead that pulls this kind of shit on my grandmother all the fucking time. So I say, booby trap the goddamn house. Leave a goddamn bear trap under the AC unit for him to step on next time he crawls in the fucking window, and take out a leg.
Negative repercussions actually get them to think maybe 2 or 3 more extra seconds, I think.
Not enough to not steal from their own fucking mother.
Not if they're on crack.
I can understand why you wouldn't. It's like you want to sort of keep it in, it's your family shit. You don't want to, keep it, try and solve it yourself. It's internal stuff, whatever. Like you have someone else going through that similar shit. You don't want, I guess, outside sources in a way to murk it up and get involved. But like if it gets to a point where it's like this, I mean, you gotta like involve some sort of legal matters, because like if they're not gonna learn like the tough love sort of way that a family can give, they're gonna have to learn the harder way by spending a few years in a supermax and talking to some big dude named Floyd who's gonna bend them over nice. So
maybe getting clean.
Yeah, and that too. I mean, they have rehab in prison, please. It's called working out and getting swole.
Yeah, get swole.
Yeah, getting with my 1 hour of daily physical activity in the yard.
So that being said, are you going innocent or guilty of being an asshole?
Guilty.
Oh, you are being an asshole.
Yeah.
To your mom. Okay.
Well. Yeah. Listen, if it's your dad, whatever, sure, because you can handle it. Your mom, no, you don't do that with mama.
Oh, wow. See, that's the predicament I'm in, is trying to tiptoe it around with grandma.
Oh.
So.
See, that's even a higher standard than mother.
Yeah.
That's higher level of mother right there.
Yeah. What I don't get about this story is why he didn't just knock on the door and say, hey, can I have some cereal? Why go through the trouble of breaking in and stealing cereal? Like he stole cereal and milk.
Take $20 while you're at it.
like why break? I don't know this family, but I've never had a bad enough relationship, no matter what the fucked up thing I did was to not be able to be like, hey, grandma, or hey, mom, give me some cereal, I don't know. Okay, so what's your sentence?
You got to snitch.
Got to snitch.
Got it. Yeah, dude. Well, he didn't call the cops. I said, well, say next time the guy breaks in, you either call the cops or have a gun loaded, ready to go. That's it.
There you go.
Just for threatening purposes. I wouldn't actually, throw out the, throw around it unless it's Florida and you can stand your ground. Then you're good to go. But
yeah, too bad that's not national.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is Florida. It's like the Wild West of America, basically, at this point.
planning on moving down there. You think I'm kidding? My Zillow app has been pulling up stuff from St. Augustine and Jacksonville.
Oh, wow. Well, good luck to you. I mean, it's pretty weather most of the time, except in the summer. Beware of the gators. There's gators down there.
I grew up down there.
Oh, okay.
Ah, different story.
I don't have any desire to go back to the South. I'm sorry. Like, I have people I love down there, but when those people either come to their senses and get the fuck out of there too, or pass away, I'll never go back to Mississippi. Here's another family member one. Am I the asshole for reselling my aunt's birthday gifts? Every birthday, I receive a clothing item as a gift from my aunt. I really appreciate them, and I wear them a lot. However, over the years, I have lost a significant amount of weight, so the clothes that she gifted me no longer fit. I recently decided to sell some of these clothes on Depop. I got to check this Depop thing out. That's like the second time we've come up on one.
I've heard of that, yeah.
Is it like AliExpress or something?
I don't know what it is. I assume.
I guess it's like Craigslist for like selling your clothes or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
Something like that.
Anyway, I recently decided to sell some of the clothes on Depop, especially the ones from years ago, which are like 3 sizes too big. I made quite a lot of money from how much I sold, and I was quite happy about it. I told my mom recently about how much I made, and later she mentioned it to my aunt. Yesterday, I got an angry message from my aunt asking why I sold her gifts away. I told her that they no longer fit me, and I just didn't want to just waste them. So she told me that it's always rude to sell something that you were gifted. Now I feel unsure. Yes, there is no way that I could use the clothes anymore, seeing as how they don't fit, but maybe I should have kept them anyway. Or should I have kept the money I made from the clothes and given it to my aunt?
So when did Jessica Simpson write this?
8 minutes ago, actually.
Okay. It was 8 minutes ago when he took the screenshot about 34 days ago.
Been selling this one for a while.
If that were the fact, I would have pre-read these, and my delivery would be much better.
Yeah.
All right, so here's what I'm gonna say. I sell shit I was gifted all the time, and most of the time, if I get a lot of gifts and stuff around Christmas that I don't want, I'll put them away in the closet. Especially but see, the trick is I have 2 boxes of unwanted gifts. I have the ones that came from Missouri, and I have the ones that came from Mississippi. So when I re-gift them for some other birthday or something that I forgot, I take from the Mississippi gifts and I give it to Missouri. Or if it's somebody in Mississippi, I take from the Missouri gifts and give in Mississippi. So that the person that gets re-gifted is in a whole other state, and nobody that doesn't listen to this podcast knows what I do here.
Damn.
Yes, because none of them have Facebook, Instagram. Oh, they don't have any of those.
Damn it, Chris, you killed the rabbi.
I didn't do anything.
I don't know. I've never got caught, so I'm just sneaky like that.
Yeah, or you just be a good Samaritan, just like donate to the less fortunate.
Oh God, now you're killing me.
Now, I got to be honest here. I was gifted a guitar 2 years ago, and I was given this backstory on this guitar, okay, that a famous rock band had written a big hit in the 1970s on this guitar. And I look at it, and I'm like, that's interesting. It has a Floyd Rose on it, and has a body shape of something that looks like it was made in the early 90s. Come to find out, they only made this guitar for 1 year in 1991. And the guitar is not wired correctly. But I hold on to it. Because it's like, I don't want to be a jerk, but that's different from clothes. It's a much different thing from clothes. So I have it sitting on my rack. I just never play it. But yeah, in terms of the clothes, it's like, it's like, what, you want me to be reminded of when I was fat? Is that what's going on?
Yeah. No, you don't get fat again. Look at me.
Well,
This is what happens when you buy clothes that fit too loose and you're able to forget.
well, there you go. There you go. But the thing is, how long has this been? Has it been like? Did she give it to them like 2 months ago, or was it like 3 or 4 years ago?
I think she says, hang on. It's a pretty short. It says especially the ones from years ago.
Okay, years ago. Most people change up their wardrobe like every year or 2 years at least.
Oh yeah.
So
come on, what are they supposed to do? Have these things put on display somewhere in a trailer park? I mean, what's the deal here?
Yeah, we put on display because I totally have a Hard Rock cafe. I can just display shit in my house and
Oh,
no
yeah.
big. I know.
Exactly. Hang it in the bathroom.
Far from it.
Get in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh,
My house
towel rack.
isn't
Perfect.
far from being a Hard Rock cafe with shit displayed in it.
Hey, now I like that. That's a good setup there.
There's some decent stuff there.
Yeah.
All right, Judge. It's
All right.
up to you. You get the final word. What's your verdict?
Yeah, like I hearing the points here, I'm like, you know what? I'm not the asshole. So bring that shit. Nah, not at all. Because like I even get rid of stuff that I haven't worn in like 2-3 years. Like, clothes, when it comes to clothes, man, it's very like cyclical in a way. It's just like, you'll wear some stuff, you'll wear the shit out of some stuff, and it's like, okay, it's not really good enough for me anymore. Or, things happen, like
Spill bleach on it.
what if, I got like this, cool shirt with a band shirt, and oh no, some guy got canceled. So guess what? I gotta throw this down in the trash. Like
And blood spatter takes so long to get out of some of those.
oh,
Right. You might as well just burn the whole
any
wardrobe.
other like fluids,
Yeah.
bodily fluids and stains and stuff like that,
Yeah. Yeah. Has anybody changed Chris's diaper? Speaking of which,
What?
he's been on.
He's not that old, Father or Rabbi. Or do I call you Father? Or what do I call you?
On Newsday. Instead of Barukata and Ayel Melech Halama Shekishana Mitzata Vitivanu La Sobet Vrelatra.
Yeah, that's his name.
No.
Oh, what was your name? What was your name again? Tell me your name again.
Eved Benar Bar Yochanan.
That's it. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, here's me trying to say it. Yvette, but not now. You're going to get me canceled. Yvette Bana
Bar Yochanan.
Yohanan. Is that necessary, or can I say Hannon?
You could switch it. You could switch the for a K sound, so you could say Yochanan.
Yochanan. Okay.
Yeah, just less southern drawl.
Looky here.
Just less rednecky.
You Cannon. Nick Cannon.
Oh God.
Rabbi Nick Cannon, whatever,
Rabbi Nick Cannon is 12 goods.
What the hell?
He's got 12 kids. Great. I get the one rabbi that acts like a priest.
12 kids, so there you go.
20 Hail Marys.
There we go. See, now
3 rosaries.
Now I'm going to have to do Hail Marys. Are you happy, Chris? I don't even know what that is, but I'm going to have
Just
to do
Google it.
I guess I'll just do push-ups or something and call it a day.
Yeah, it's a big long list of mumbo jumbo. Just go and do that.
All right, we got 2 more. So let's get through these last 2. Am I the asshole for being happy that my brother-in-law's car got broken into? It sounds like an internal conflict.
Yeah.
Hey guys, this is Mid-Edit Dustin here for you today, and I'm going to tell you, this next one is so jumbled up and convoluted and just hard to read that we've decided to cut it out of the episode altogether. And it's probably for the best, because the original poster deleted this post after we recorded the episode anyway. So I'm going to sum it up. It's 3 to 5 paragraphs about how big of a piece of shit he is, and then she doesn't get around to asking the question until the very last sentence of this huge long paragraph about how she hates her brother-in-law. All right, there. I just saved you a shitload of time. Enjoy the rest of the show. We went through all of these paragraphs for this one sentence. 2 days ago, his truck got broken into, and all I thought was karma is a bitch, and I was very happy about the whole thing. I do not know if I am in the wrong for being happy about his misfortune. So the question is, am I the asshole?
Honestly, no.
Stuttering John had it coming. I mean, that's all I could say. You know, I'm surprised this whole thing didn't start out with I was born a small black child. You know?
Stuttering John's really made a comeback on my YouTube lately.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Man, he looks like shit now.
He's transitioning.
It looks like for those of you who haven't seen Stuttering John in a while, take your memory of Stuttering John, all right? Build a figure of him in a wax museum. Now take that wax figure of Stuttering John and leave it out in 300-degree weather for about 3 days and come back and look at the statue now that it's melted. And that is what Stuttering John looks like now.
Essentially, it became a Warhol painting.
Of Stuttering John.
Yeah.
Okay, that's enough. So you're saying not the asshole, Judge?
Not the asshole. Ring that.
Nope.
Okay.
No.
I feel like your paragraph. I'm still going to bring you into Caputo's court for writing this long paragraph that had nothing to do with your question.
Yeah, you're still guilty for boring the shit out of me for like at least 3 minutes.
If we're saying graduated from skill,
yeah.
Just think, where else would he have graduated from? You know, doggy daycare. I mean, what the hell?
So I think it's fair. We should at least charge this person court costs here.
Yeah.
You owe me $500. There we go.
He wasted my time.
Yeah, and 5 minutes of time.
Yeah.
Look, we even gave this person a better chance than most people, anybody that's ever gotten in Caputo's court, because we brought in a whole ass rabbi to offer some more.
Well, yeah, but this case was a Stanley Kubrick movie.
Yeah.
Someone's going Full Metal Jacket?
Yeah, well, at least David Lynch, for goodness sake. It's like, why am I reading all this other crap?
Exactly. What is how he treated your sister got anything to do with any of that?
He could just wrote, he's garbage. We get it. He's garbage. Okay, that's all I needed to know.
He's a piece of shit. His truck got broke into, and I'm happy about it.
Yeah, he's a cheating lazy fuck, and karma. There you go. So no, not the asshole.
Am I the asshole for sending mean texts to my sister for having my babysitter watch her kids without my knowledge while I was paying for my kids to be watched?
Wait. Hang on. Read that headline again.
Am I the asshole for sending mean texts to my sister for having my babysitter watch her kids without my knowledge while I was paying for my kids to be watched?
Oh, so we got a babysitter theft here? Holy shit.
Yeah, we got a little.
Somebody call the Babysitters Club. There's a mystery for you, ladies.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Or the Hardy Boys take care of this? I don't know. Nancy Drew? They're all part of the same universe.
Elizabeth Shue needs to be involved somehow.
Archie's involved in there somehow. So
Alex Mack. We're making our own D-tier Justice League, right?
Yeah, this sounds like a Riverdale murder mystery to me.
My sister recently moved into the same city as us. We love spending time with her and my nieces, as her daughters are the same ages as ours. And they all get along so well. As my husband and I work full time, we have a babysitter that watches my girls throughout the day in the summer. She often takes them to playgrounds, restaurants, the malls, parks, etc. This afternoon, I texted my babysitter to make sure that my daughter would be home in time for a sports lesson. I was shocked when she told me that my sister had asked if I could pick her up to get her car. And she was now watching my sister's kids in addition to my kids while my sister was at a work meeting. I got upset, and I asked that my babysitter return home with my daughters immediately. My babysitter had to wait until my sister returned home from her meeting. I tried to call my sister, but she didn't answer, and I sent a very angry text message. She didn't answer while she was in a meeting. Go fucking figure.
Yeah.
I told her that that it's not my babysitter's job to take her car or to watch her children as while my sister was working, as I am paying her to watch my children. My babysitter said that my daughters wanted to spend time with their cousins, and that my sister had offered to pay her for the hour that she watched the kids. I think it's wrong to share a babysitter without getting permission from the person that's paying them. My husband says he sees both sides. Am I the asshole?
I am like the husband. I do see both sides of this.
I don't.
Here's
I
the
mean,
question.
fuck it. It was like an hour. It was obviously I have to get to work now. This is an emergency situation. I'll pay for this hour. Can you watch my kids too for just a minute while I run to work for an hour? It sounds like somebody wrote this that's never had a job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just wants to whine about something.
Yeah.
White people, am I right?
No, I
White
got
people.
Oh, I hate Whitey. The thing is the person who writing this, are they sleeping with the babysitter? Because it almost seems like that with the way that they're, just throwing a big fit over this whole thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of emotional investment into this one person.
Yeah.
This is the only babysitter in town. We have to fight for this one.
Exactly. It's like, well, these two kids are, they're in the same vicinity. They're in the same spot. Mine wasn't watched enough. Did it die? No. You're good.
Exactly.
All right. So the OP has offered the following explanation for why they think they might
refer to them as ops from now on.
Ops. That's
Ops.
what kids would say.
I sent my sister mean text messages telling her what she did wrong. That's one. And two, I may be the asshole for getting mad since she offered to pay the babysitter more money for the time that she spent watching her kids.
Okay. Wait 7 days and see if she gives an update when she's done with her period.
This does sound though to me like somebody that's never had a job or been to a meeting.
Yeah,
That
it's like way too overreactionary. Like instantly like that. It's like, damn, short fuse, lady.
This is the way these kids today are. Oh my god, I'm turning into one of those guys. And I guarantee you that the iPad usually babysits the kids.
Oh, nowadays, does it better. No. We'll let ChatGPT babysit the kids in 10 years.
But however, greatest parent in the world when it's time for those Instagram pictures.
Yeah.
My world. Oh, shut up.
Yeah, half the time it's not even their own kids. It's like their niece.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I hate being on Tinder. You know how many women I've swiped left on for their niece and nephews?
I don't care if it's their actual kid. I'd swipe left too. I don't want that.
Oh, there's a child in this photo. You're out.
Nope. This is exploitation. Get out of here. I'm calling war child on you.
All right, Judge. What's your verdict?
Yeah, lady, you are the asshole for overreacting like this when literally your kids are being taken care of at the same time, and this babysitter is making dinero, so it doesn't matter.
I think she has sand in her vagina.
Definitely some crust in there.
Oh, I broke the gavel.
Oh no!
Little super glue will fix that right up. It comes off anyway. All right. So, Judge Caputo, what's your sentence?
I sentence you to watch your own kids for at least 3 days out of the week.
3 days. Oh, wow.
I say watch them for 3 days. Yeah.
Ah, she's not even going to get to go to the salon for 3 whole days. Wow.
18 years is what I would say.
He's a very lenient judge. Okay.
Yeah, he is.
He's a fair judge here.
I try not to let my anger get the best of me like this chick did, obviously, it seems like. So, see.
You seem angry.
Some days. Not
Stop flying off the handle there, Chris.
I'm good right now, bro. Look, hands up.
Hey, I'm sorry, okay?
Well, folks, that's it for Caputo's Court. Thank you, Rabbi.
Thank you
for being here with us today.
Yeah, thank you very much.
My bill's in the mail.
Send it to Christopher Caputo.
No, okay. You can send it to Jefferson City, Missouri.
Yeah, we'll get it to him.
Yeah, we'll let the ad money pay for it.
Oh, that was a fun Caputo's court.
Oh yeah, man. Dude. Shout out to the rabbi for giving us a third set, a third opinion, as if I needed more of this shit.
Well, now you can't say. See, if I'm devil's advocate, then you
Yeah.
got the rabbi over here. I explained it all. You guys get the idea.
Yeah,
That
pretty
was
much.
fun.
That was very fun.
Yeah, we hopefully Rab, we're gonna call him Rab. Hopefully Rab will come back.
The Rab.
The Rab.
Funny dude, man. I'd love to have him back.
Oh yeah. But let's talk about some Guns N' Roses.
All right.
Now, as we stated earlier in the show, last week, not yesterday, but we taped it yesterday.
Yeah.
Last week on the show. Last week's episode, we covered our least favorite GNR songs from each album. And we're doing the reverse of that today by covering our favorite GNR song from each album. And this one was admittedly harder to write than the last one. I think we both kind of got torn a few times on this one. But what do you think, Chris? Okay, first off, who's going first?
You already teed me up to kick it off, so I'll kick it off here.
So you kick it off with Appetite for Destruction. So we're going to start with Appetite. What's your favorite song off Appetite?
Man, again, like I said last week, trying to cover the least favorite song from Appetite. I feel like God playing favorites here. It's like which one of the children do I like or want to fucking kill the most? It's like it's hard to. And I thought like so many different things about it. Initially, I was like, okay, yeah, Welcome to the Jungle. But I'm like, no, that's too obvious. Then I was like, okay, maybe another song like It's So Easy or something. But then I'm like, wait a minute. This album does have one great kick-ass song on it. And honestly, it's probably the most underrated GNR song that isn't like a hit single. Night Train.
Night Train.
Night Train.
Okay.
I'd have to go with Night Train because that's a song you would never want to skip.
Now here's my thing. I was torn between three songs, and the three for me were Anything Goes, Night Train, and one more that I ended up choosing. And I think this might be the most underrated Guns N' Roses song of all time. Think About You.
Oh, that is a great choice.
I've chosen Think About You as my favorite song off of Appetite. And Night Train, when Chris was there for my existential breakdown here, because Night Train was going to be mine too. Mm-hmm. But I couldn't choose between Night Train and Think About You. And then I was like, what boiled it down to me is which song do I have the most fun singing along with? And to me, I have so much fun singing along with Think About You. Mm-hmm. And I wish more people knew about that song. And yeah, Paradise City, Jungle, they're all obvious candidates too. But there's just something to me about Think About You. Now, we don't have GNR Live Era in this list. But if we did, my favorite song from Live Era would be Night Train, because when I do choose to put on Night Train and listen to it, I never go to the Appetite version. I always go to the Live Era version. And to me, I could replace Appetite Night Train with Live Era Night Train and be a happy man.
All right.
So, yeah, good choice for you. I mean, that's a hard one there.
Good choices all around, man. So,
what about Lies? What do you think about Lies?
Lies was another kind of tough one. Like, I was gonna go like Used to Love Her, but then I'm like, is that a song you really want to listen to that often? It's like, it's very like ambiguous what that song's supposed to be about. Like, is it? I don't know, like
I think I pretty well know the story.
Is he about to kill some bitch, or like is it about like a dog, or allegedly what they say, it's about burying my dog or some shit. But I think I have to go with the next best thing. Probably the song everyone knows from this sort of in between phase of, album to the next one, I gotta go Patience.
Patience? Okay.
Yeah, I'd go with Patience because that one I've always had a soft spot for. So
Okay. For me, I was again torn between 3 songs. One of them was Nice Boys, Don't Play Rock and Roll.
mhm.
The other was Mama Ken, and then the one that I ended up choosing. And the reason I picked them is because Nice Boys and Mama Ken are both covers. And I guess originality plays out. And I'm sorry to you, Chris, but I do love this song and I do listen to it very regularly. And it's one of my favorite GNR songs. I picked I Used to Love Her.
All right.
I love Used to Love Her. When they brought it back in 2012 for the concerts, I was very happy. That was very fun times, and I wish they'd bring it back again, which they probably will.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they brought back what, Down on the Farm? A few
Yeah.
other random ones they brought back, which is like, okay, anything's possible nowadays, it seems like.
Well, we're up to Use Your Illusion 1. What song did you choose from Use Your Illusion 1? Because I don't think we're going to sync up on these next 2 at all.
Not at all. This one and User Illusion 2 was like super tough. Because like, especially User Illusion 1, it has 2 of probably the best ballads in rock, I'd say.
Did you have a harder time with 1 or 2?
I would say 1 because like I still don't even like actually have one for 1 right now. Like I'm just gonna like wing it off the top of my head right now.
Okay.
And it's probably gonna be like not really controversial, but it's gonna be like, oh, you picked a basic one. Don't Cry original. That's what I'm going with. I'm gonna take Don't Cry on November Rain.
Is November Rain on 1 or 2?
It's on 1.
Oh. Okay. I don't know why I thought that was on 2. Well, I was in a similar boat. I did think about November Rain, and I thought about a lot of other ones. I had a hard time with Illusion 1, and I think Illusion 1, in my opinion, might be the better of the 2. Someday we're going to do a side-by-side comparison.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even next week. I don't know. We'll see what
we'll
come up with.
Out. Yeah, make our own ultimate illusions. We'll just copy Chris Jericho what he did. So
yeah. The Ayatollah. I picked Bad Obsession.
Okay. Yeah, I was considering going for like one of the harder rock ones, but I'm like, I don't know. Don't Cry always, to me, is just like stands out to me. I always resonate and connect with that song.
Me too.
And deeper level more than other ones.
It's a very emotional song, and it has brought out that emotion in me in the past. It's one of the songs that's made me tear up in real life several times. But I don't know, man. There was just something when I got to Bad Obsession, I couldn't make myself move past that one. So it made the cut. What about Use Your Illusion 2?
This was another tough one, too. I mean, because I was like, do you go for both the ballads in a row from the Illusions albums, or do you go for something else? But it was a very close tie between these 2. Like, I was originally going to go Estranged, but then I'm like, wait a minute. You got probably one of the hardest Guns N' Roses songs of all time on here. You Could Be Mine. So I had to go with some a little bit of Arnold here.
I was in a similar boat. I was kind of leaning toward Estranged. And there were a couple of others that I was looking at that I was like, okay, I could see this maybe being my favorite. But then as I was scrolling through the track list and I saw this song on the list, I was like, oh, yeah, there's no way there's another song off of Use Your Illusion 2 that could possibly be my favorite other than You Could Be Mine.
Hey, we agree on one.
Yeah, we got one.
We got one. Maybe the only one, actually.
Up next to Spaghetti Incident.
Yeah.
Now, this one I had a little bit of trouble. I was down to 2 on this one.
I don't know. This one for me, it was like the first one that came to my head. It was like, it's kind of a no-brainer. Black Leather.
Black Leather.
Black Leather. Love that song since we first reviewed it back in literally the first season, 2019.
Yeah. Back in the good old, back in classic Guns and Radio.
Yeah.
when we were still on those shitty microphones.
Appetite for discussion.
Yeah, go check that out. By the way, we should also tell you right now that if you want to hear the complete first season of Guns and Radio, the entire, and you want to do it only exclusively on YouTube, of course, because they're all still in our Spotify, Pandora, whatever, our RSS feed archives. But everything from season 1 is now complete and on YouTube. So if you want to hear that Black Leather episode, but you want to hear it on YouTube, well, there you go.
Yeah, link gunsradio.com, man. Hit the subscribe button. We'll be uploading pretty much the rest of the archives and even more as well to our YouTube. So we're getting a little more aggressive on that.
Oh, when we get to the video episodes, when we started recording video, it's going to be a whole lot easier.
Yeah.
Because right now we're live streaming, so I don't have to fuck with editing in the visuals.
Yeah.
The audio only episodes, but we only have like 10 audio only episodes left before we get into the visuals, and then it's a matter of me looking up and seeing which ones have been uploaded, which ones have not been uploaded, which ones are even lost. Because I know there's some before we started posting them on Spotify. There are some video versions of our older seasons that are lost.
Yeah.
And that's just how that is, but we'll do our best. Spaghetti incident for me. I picked the only song I go to on a regular basis, whether I'm in a Guns N' Roses mood or not. You got some fucking attitude. Attitude. I can't believe what you done, man. You got the attitude. I love the Misfits though.
Yeah.
So to me, also, it kind of was a no-brainer when I really thought about it, but it was either going to be that or Since I Don't Have You.
Okay. Yeah, Since I Don't Have You is probably the more known, I'd say, from this album.
Yeah.
I mean, even though Ain't It Fun was the single, and I'm like, I didn't fucking remember that song ever.
I know about Ain't It Fun, but I couldn't sing along with it because I don't know the words.
Yeah, I remember Hair of the Dog more because that's a good one too. That would have been another great pick, I think.
Now you're messing with
the son of a gun.
You know what?
Son of a bitch.
You know what would have been a good Misfits cover for them to B-side Hair of the Dog with?
Last Caress. No.
Where Eagles Dare.
Ah.
Because like you've got side A being I ain't no goddamn son of a bitch. You better think about it. And then you go flip over to side B. Now you're messing with a son of a bitch. Yeah. So Chinese Democracy is the next one. Probably alongside Appetite. That was just hard for me to pick, but I did pick. And I'm very proud of my pick, and I feel like my pick for me, I am confident in this pick as my favorite.
All right.
But what is yours? Let's hear yours first.
I don't know. I feel like almost pretty much like 12 out of the 14 tracks I love equally on this album, and it's really, really tough. But like the first one that popped into my head, I was like, you know what? I think this one we both agree on would say is probably literally, I think on numerous occasions we said this is the best song on this album. Better. It's one they still play live.
Yeah.
So like you got to give it to Better. The song they should have kicked off, promoting this album with. Like, yeah, you want to throw in the title track, but like,
yeah,
Better as like such great single potential. This could have been like the next big thing. I don't know. To me, it's just like a nice rise and fall crescendo of like emotions throughout this song.
I'm gonna also say it came down to this one or Prostitute. Was the two that I was kind of torn the most on. I almost picked the title track because I love the song Chinese Democracy. But in the end, like you said, Better is the best song on that record. Hands down. It's you can take Better and put it on any Guns N' Roses album and it'll fit perfectly. Like you wouldn't even know that Slash isn't there. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
Better is just it's GNR. Whether Duff and Slash are playing it or not, Better is the spirit of Guns N' Roses more than anything else on that record, except maybe the title track.
Yeah.
And even still, I'd say Better is more of that spirit. So there you go. Now I'm going to throw you a curveball. Of all the songs that never made it to an album that are by Guns N' Roses, which there's not many, maybe 5 or 6.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite out of those?
Oh, if we're talking leaks and stuff?
Leaks, old leaks like Crash Diet, Just Another
Yeah.
Sunday.
Well, I would say "Oh My God," but that was technically released as a single, so I mean it's a release song.
That counts. That counts. Oh My God counts.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, it kind of doesn't, even though it was just released for like a soundtrack for
If
a
you like
shitty
Oh My
movie.
God better than Crash Diet, Just Another Sunday, Hard School Absurd, any of that shit, then I think you should be able to pick it.
Well, Hard School and Absurd were released as singles. It's
This
tough.
is the miscellaneous category.
Miscellaneous. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, Oh My God's close, but man, for me, oh fuck, it's tough. I don't know. The old demos are not that good. It's got to be something from the Tridam era because there's some really good like cut content on the floor there that should have been worked into something somehow and released. I mean, I'm glad we got 2 of the songs, but like, I don't know. Like, Absurd's good and all. I just prefer the 01 version to me, where it's like it was cool to see them lean way into the industrial style of rock, which would have been like such a mind-blowing thing to like fuck with people with, and I think it would have worked. But I wouldn't say that. The original Hard School like 01 demo is awesome. I mean, the new version's still pretty cool too, but even though to me it just sounds like a bunch of like old guys jamming on a tune from like 30 years ago. Really think about it, it pretty much is.
I mean, that's exactly what it is.
The one that takes the cake, actually, for me, and I know a lot of people weren't like crazy about when they heard this song get leaked, whatever, Atlas Shrugged.
Okay.
I would go with Atlas Shrugged. I'm still waiting for a release for that, man, because I'm interested to see what Slash and Company could do with that.
That would be interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I'm torn between. Oh, okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just say it because I do listen to Oh My God a lot, but not as much as I listen to Hard School.
Okay.
So I'm going to say Hard School. The released version is my favorite.
All right.
Because I liked it better than the demos.
You just love those Eye on You vocals that he decided to sample.
I do. I love it. Honestly, I think they fit in well there, and I think that's good to take something that you know is going to probably be scrapped anyway, and be like, "Hey, I got this thing fucking sitting around.
Kill 2 birds with 1 stone." There we go.
Yeah, use what I've got laying around. I mean, it's a what do you call it when you make like a painting out of old magazine clippings?
Chicken shit into chicken salad in a way.
Well, it's a mess. Oh, a Masonic painting? I don't know. It's like when you take it's like those paintings you buy that's just a bunch of magazine clips cut out and glued together.
Yeah,
it's like that, except some of it is new and actually created. So I appreciate the art that went into it, and I don't give a fuck what Jeff says. I like the school bells at the beginning.
I do too, man. I'm with you. That's fucking awesome. I just don't like the abrupt drum intro where it goes. Tsh, I'm like, oh god, my fucking ears. Like if you start with the bass, like, and then like the ding.
There is one thing
like that. There's better intro.
I'll say there's one thing about Absurd that I can't believe they left in the fuck up. No, there's a fuck up where it's like right before Dizzy Little Dreamer, there's like a slip where they didn't fade the two sessions together.
Yeah.
And then he starts the track of Dizzy Little Dreamer starts. Hang on. You'll be able to hear it. I'm going to pull up Absurd real quick.
Yeah.
And you'll hear what I mean. Absurd. Oh, by the way, did you see where I posted that on our shorts today?
Oh, I didn't. No. I'll have to see that.
That was a year ago today. Listen,
Holy
motherfucker, to the song that should be heard.
Holy shit.
All right, I'm going to play some Absurd on my phone. And you'll hear the clip, like the glitch. Because like it cuts off like a microsecond of the first syllable of Axl's voice. Right, no, here it is. Right there, you hear it?
Yeah, there's a bit of like a millisecond of overlap.
Yeah, instead of screaming, because they don't do it any other time in the song. So instead of screaming fucking banshee, it goes screaming fucking banshee. You know? Yeah. So that I can't believe they didn't fix that before they released it, because that was also in the demo.
Odd. Yeah, that is weird.
Which this Absurd that we got is just a polished up version of the remix album.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like the studio Absurd. It's the remix album.
That's true.
And I don't know. I do like that Absurd. I prefer it over Silkworms. And I know you said you don't. We disagree on that, and that's okay.
I mean, I like both of them equally. I don't know. Maybe it's just because like me being so used to listening to a leaked version or like someone's remixed whatever rework of it for so long, you're just so used to that one version. It's like that doesn't come out, and then my expectations are like, so I can I can see why, because holding out hope for something,
Oh, I get it. I 100% get it. But there you go. There's our picks for our favorites. Like I said, maybe someday we'll come back to this bit and it'll be completely different, because that's just the nature of this beast.
Damn right.
Yeah. You'll have to just let it slide.
Let's get into a song review.
Oh, I like how it's jumping from ear to ear.
Oh, let's go to the LNR channels.
Yeah. All right, Duff, finally.
Oh yeah.
Way to make a comeback on this show. Where I'm actually enjoying this.
This is an interesting loaded song. I do have lyrics. If you want to get into those now, or you can wait a bit.
I'll tell you what, let's listen to the next verse and then we'll get into lyrics, okay?
All right.
Unless you're reading the lyrics and think it would be better, because I don't know them.
Well, no, let's keep going in a little more.
Keep going?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. And your mother is a whore. Whoa. Yeah, I'm digging this, the flow of this song here.
When Duff does good punk rock, he does punk rock good, man.
I'm telling you, Duff. You should do more shit like this and stop that fucking acoustic bullshit that we're going to have to be subjected to here.
Oh, God. 10 more songs of that.
I know. I thought we were past this.
We still gotta finish off Tenderness, I think.
Ooh.
Not much of a
All right,
solo.
I'm gonna stop for a second. Huh?
Yeah, it wasn't much of a solo, but it was
Wasn't much,
yeah.
but it was neat to hear.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do lyrics now.
All right, so we'll start from the top here. 70s gave us punk rock. 80s gave us crap. That's not true.
Yeah, asshole. You made it. You were famous in the 80s.
Yeah,
You're part of that crap.
The 80s gave us fucking good rock and hot chicks that were into good rock. That was the last time chicks gave a shit about rock, was the 80s.
I know. Now they listen to all this rap crap that I have to pretend to like just to get laid.
Yeah, if there's anything you ever learn in life, is that trends are dictated by teenage girls.
Unfortunately.
It is so fucking true. What they're into is what all the media is going to be fucking talking about.
Oh, yeah. That's always the case, though. Even when I was in wrestling, man, you have to appeal to the women first because the men
teenage girls, man. Even like in the 2000s with, pop punk and emo and shit. Like, that was a big thing.
If you can draw in the girls, the men will come because that's where all the girls are.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly.
Women first. It's just unfortunately, it's a female-dominated society that they've brainwashed us into believing is the other way around.
No,
but I promise you, I've never had a male boss. One time, actually 2 times, my whole career, I've ever had a male boss.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
One I would fight with constantly. Fist fight. I mean, fight. Like, we would throw hands. Sure. You ever had a boss that would throw hands with you at work?
Never.
and I wasn't smart enough. Well, I was actually, you know what? That was one of the best working relationships because we would throw hands, but instead of going to run into HR, I'd throw hands back.
Hey,
and then you know what? The problem would be solved a hell of a lot quicker that way.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Than dragging it out, getting the fucking district manager involved and shit.
Yeah.
Like, and making it like a 2-week problem. We'd throw hands and have it done.
Mm-hmm.
And an hour later, we'd be right back because we're still in the trenches here. You know what I mean? We're still cooking pizzas. It was Pizza Hut. So we're still cooking pizzas. Like, these orders haven't stopped coming in while we're over here beating the shit out of each other. So all we can do is get up.
And go back to fucking work.
Yeah, go back to fucking work.
That's it.
And you know what? I talked to that. Of all the friends I left behind in Mississippi, he is one of the few that still call me on a regular basis to this day. I actually talked to him. Today's Monday. I talked to him in the last, I would say within the last 2 days I've talked to him.
Wow.
We talk very, very regularly.
That's pretty good.
And we threw hands.
Yeah.
So what do you think this song is about? Go ahead, continue. I cut you off.
Yeah. 70s gave us punk rock. 80s gave us crap. 90s junkie chic, so cool. I don't remember much of that. Snorted coke with heroes. Drank Everclear with foes. Got nothing left to show except the doctor digging up my nose.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I had a problem. I didn't care. It didn't matter to me. Just needed more air to breathe. I scraped the bottom. I was empty. Nothing left to say. Almost drowned and had it go away.
Oh, wow.
So this is interesting. I guess he's like, in one verse, he's talking about, like all the cool shit I guess he did back in the day. And I guess now he's sort of at the bottom.
Saying the cool shit ain't as cool as he thought it was.
I guess so. Maybe it's like, like the downfall of like a big rock star, like someone who's big in music for so many years. It's like I did all this crazy shit, but now, all the drugs and all the alcohol and all that shit got. I guess maybe he tells like a story. It's almost, I guess, slightly biographical, except Duff was smart and invested in Seattle and made millions off that. So
that's right.
Yeah.
I know we give him shit for stupid Duff McKagan.
It's unbelievable.
Susan.
Susan, you fucking unbelievable.
I love you so. Where'd she go? She took my checkbook and ran off.
Oh my god. Honey.
Oh my god. But no, in reality, Duff McKagan is a very smart man.
Yeah. Listen, he was smart to do that shit in the 90s, and it helped, especially, can't all live off the fucking royalties of GNR stuff, so.
No, and listen, his pancreas exploded. We've all had a fuck up phase, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And Chris, if you haven't had a fuck up phase, it's coming.
Probably will be, yeah. I'm almost 30, so I half expect it to happen now.
Don't know when. I had a
Soon
fuck up phase. I just told you a story from my fuck up phase. Fist fighting my boss at Pizza Hut.
God damn it, kid.
We've all had a fuck up phase.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just how I wasn't a fucking rock star that could afford to stay shit-faced constantly until my pancreas exploded. So
yeah, until surgery.
Yeah, Dustin's been through some shit, man, but I'm glad he came out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Is that all of the lyrics for now?
Let's listen to more of the song.
All right, let's take a look.
Get some more after.
All right.
Punk rock drums. There you go.
I love how it's like going back and forth in my ears, though, on those solos. That was really cool. I don't know if it's coming through on the podcast. If it's not, go listen to the album version so you can have the full effect.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm going to say that's adding a lot of points right now.
I love it when rock used to do that shit. Like, lead guitars in your left, rhythm in your right.
Yeah. It makes you feel like you're on stage.
Yeah, it's a lost art now, man. Now, well, kind of, yes, kind of no. They're just, now spatial audio is the new sort of fad.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a fad, it's there. It's cool, but to me, it's just a fad. Oh,
that was the slide. There it is.
The slide to end the slide.
The slide, yeah, exactly.
The electric slide.
Oh, wow. Okay. So we've got the slide is in our rear view mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Only one thing left to do, and that's to give our final thoughts. So how are we going about this week?
I can go first if you want.
All right.
I'll take the lead. This is pretty cool, man. It's a decent, Duff punk rock song, man. Instrumentally is good. It's quick and easy to digest. It's just simple to me. It's a good song. It's definitely something I would listen to here and there. Not like heavily on rotation, but enough to warrant it definitely a good few 10, 15, 20 more listens. 3.5 out of 5. This is an enjoyable, loaded song. So,
yeah, I agree, man. I'm in the same boat. I do like punk rock. I like this kind of punk rock. I don't like a lot of punk rock. I don't like the stuff that everybody says is legendary that just sounds like shit. I'm sorry. But this really got me, man. This one was making me jam out. I was enjoying it. And there was a couple of things I think it could have done better. It could have done a couple of those guitars just a little bit better. I would like to have seen that effect they were playing with, throwing back and forth. That was awesome. And I don't know, man. It was just missing a little bit of something, but not by much. I'm also giving it a 3.5.
All right.
Because when I say a little bit of something is missing, I mean just a little bit, but not enough that I can complain about the song. So, yeah, 3.5 from me also. Well, with that, Chris, it's almost time for us to close our show for this week. But before we do, shall we spin upon the wheel and see what song we will be reviewing next week on the Guns and Radio podcast?
I say we shall, Dustin. So, without further ado, slide over and spin the wheel.
Buick McCartney.
Buick McCartney.
Buick McCain. I think that's
no,
what
it's McCartney. Okay,
McCartney.
You're going to argue with Ice-T?
Yeah, RoboCop Ice-T over there. But yeah, we were just talking about the spaghetti incident not too long ago, and there you go.
Yeah.
Knock one out of the books. Buick McCann.
Buick McCain, something, la, la, la. That's all I know.
Who was that by? We gotta figure that out, actually. Hang on.
I don't know. Don't tell us now. We'll make them wait till next week. They're totally not gonna look it up on their own if they're that curious.
Well, I already know. Well, it does. Ironically, the first thing it does give me is song by Guns N' Roses, which I mean, interesting.
Well, we'll have a lot to talk about. This is the only song that I know of that completely features Slash on vocals.
Really?
Yeah, Slash is on vocals on Buick McCain.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, it's actually Buick McCain Big Dumb Sex, which I believe they're covering two bands here.
Let me see.
Because I looked it up. I just gave it the Google search, and that's what it says. Buick McCain bracket Big Dumb Sex. So I believe there's two bands they're covering in one song here.
I believe Slash is the one on vocals for this one.
All right. On lead or
okay, so if I go to Appetite for Discussions website, a4d.com, thank you for stealing our name there, even though you were probably here long before we were.
Well, yeah, our first season.
It says vocals are Slash and Axl.
Oh shit.
So Slash is I think okay, so this is what Slash says about singing on the song. The only reason I did it is because I wanted to cover the song. And when Axl came in to do the vocals, he said he didn't feel comfortable. So he called me into the studio and said, why don't you sing it? The only reason I did was because I wanted the song on the album. So Slash does sing on this album. So
yeah,
we're not going to
sing on a couple other songs.
I mean, he might do and Welcome to the Jungle or something.
No,
or he might go, Not Train.
No, there's another song he fucking did. It was from the Illusions album.
Well, we'll figure that out for next week. How about that?
Yeah. Oh, fuck, what's the one? He lost his mind today. Oh, that's,
oh, man.
Dustin Bonez. He sang on that song.
No, of course it is.
Because I remember seeing even, like, when they performed that live, very rare, Slash was on the mic singing that, too. He's probably doing backup vocals, but still, it's audible enough.
Yeah, I don't know. I've always heard that this is Buick McCain was the only Slash song the only song to have Slash on vocals. I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's probably more so to do with lead vocals than just backing vocals, I guess. I guess where he's taking more of a lead role instead of piping in here and there.
Yeah. Well. We'll see, I guess. We'll investigate that whole thing next week on the Guns N' Radio podcast. Sounds like we're going to have a lot to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
And we got a couple of weeks of prep time, so I'll try to get as much work done as I can to make this a great show, which we've had a great show tonight.
We've always have a great show, man. Come on.
Oh, yeah. Always. Every episode.
Yeah.
That's how we're such award-winning.
We've only hit home runs here, so.
Yeah, they say nobody bats 1,000, but the people that listen to the Guns N' Radio podcast, this cult following we've built here, you know better.
We actually bat 1,069. Nice.
Nice. Yeah, but for now, it's time for us to put the bat down and go the fuck home.
Yeah, go to sleep.
Yeah. We need rest. So
beauty rest.
We will see you next time, or Shotcast Saturday when Juju July continues. But until then, I'm Dustin Bonez.
And I'm Chris Caputo. See you guys this Saturday. More Juju Hounds goodness. We're wrapping up that album slowly but surely. And we're going to see you next Monday. We're going back to the spaghetti incident. Stay safe, guys. Peace out.